Hello again. Um, so I wasn't planning on doing like this hat changing routine, but when I switched to the buffalo hat, I figured I might as well switch to another one. So this is my Pokeball hat. It's pretty sweet. My mom totally made it. I know, sounds like a lame thing, but my mom makes a lot of cool stuff. Um, so my mom made my hat. It's pretty awesome. It's got a button on the front. This is like backwards looking at myself in here. But yeah, it's got a button on it. It's pretty cool. It took her like half an hour to make this hat. It was incredible. Um, and I think it's silly, but I love wearing it and I get a lot of attention from it. Um, not that I fight, not that I go for attention or anything. Um, okay, I better get back to the anime so I can actually wrap this up in part 3. Okay, number 4 is Bleach. Um, I love Bleach. It's not number 1 because it has plot issues. Um, you can tell what's coming next. You can tell what's going to happen. There's a formula. Whenever the characters fighting meet their enemies, they like, oh, I know what your power is from this, and they're like, well, I don't know what your power is, and so they try to discover each other's powers, and then whoever discovers the other person's power first wins, and they kill each other. Um, Great animation, great characters, great character development. There's 13 different squads of guys. There's a captain and a lieutenant for each one, plus ranked seat members, plus all of the guys from Earth, and then each of the enemies has like a dozen characters. Each of the enemy sections has like a dozen characters. There's one arc that has Aizen and his rank R stuff, and he has like top 10 guys, but then he ends up getting like even more, and so there's like this whole nother squad of things. And anyways, there's like over 200 characters in the entire show. It's incredible, but you remember each one. That's the thing, they're so different enough that you can remember each one. I mean, you can say, oh, the bald guy, oh, that's Madarame Ikaku, and he's the fifth seat of squad 11. And you can be like, oh, that's um I can't think of any of the other ones. Um, Yachiru is his um, lieutenant, and she's adorable and little tiny and lieutenant for the battle squad, and she's like the smallest character, which is actually really frustrating because I haven't seen any of her powers at all in the entire show, and I've watched 400 episodes. It's like, come on, show me some of her powers. She's adorable. How does she not have powers? But you can actually remember all the characters. They all have different powers. They're all really cool stuff. Um, it's really good. It's really good. If you have a whole bunch of free time, it would be amazing if you like watch the show, and then I could talk to you about it. So, because a lot of people don't want to invest enough time into it because it's 400 episodes. I think they're up to like 440 episodes. And so it's really tough to try and donate that much time towards it. There's some stuff that you could totally skip, but then again, I mean, it's all character development. So, okay, that's Bleach. Um, Number 3 is Eden of the East, which you're like, Eden of the what? Um, it's Eden of the East, and this guy gets his memory wiped, has no idea what's going on. He wakes up and he's got like guns and passports and like with 12 different names, and he like picks one. He's like, all right, I am blah blah blah, whatever his name is. I can't remember. um, and so he's like, okay, this is who I'm gonna be. And he's walking around. He meets this girl. The girl's like super innocent and like just came to America for like a weekend trip or something. And and so he meets up with her, and he's like, you blah blah blah, blah, stop doing that, whatever. And then he leaves, and she's like, well, I have to follow him. And it's really confusing. You're like, what? Why? And this guy has a cell phone that um, he can call this lady named Juiz, Juiz, I believe is how you spell it. But he calls Juiz. He's like, I need this, and something happens. He's like, I need this, and it happens. And he can call her and ask whatever he wants. And she's like some receptionist or something. But it's really cool. Um, And there's one part where the guy's like, he needs like another guy dead because he found him or something. And he's like, and he holds out his finger gun and he goes, and bang. And the guy goes, poof, and he blows up. And you're like, well, how did he do that? And apparently they had like some sniper working with Jewies to actually like get the guy. And if you're like, I want that car to get hit by a train, it will. And he does stuff like that. And it's like, I need to be king of the world. And so he like buys the world. It's crazy. It's really, really cool. Okay, moving on. Oh, anyways, about Eden of the East, there's some movies to go afterwards. I think there's two. I don't know if I've seen the second one. I might have. Um, but yeah, there's a TV show that's pretty short. And then movies, and it's really good. Two. Number two is actually really complicated for me. I just wrote Hayao Miyazaki. All of it. I mean, he's great at animation, he's great at plot, great at storytelling, great at characters. All of his stuff is kind of short. I think he only has movies, but he has like 40 something movies. I don't know the exact number. I haven't watched all of them. I'm working on it. I've seen over 2 dozen of them. They're all really good. Spirited Away is really good. Howl's Moving Castle is really good. Totoro is really good. Kiki's Delivery Service was really cute. I like that one. Ponyo. I'm sure you've all seen Ponyo. It was actually in theaters in America for a while. He just came out with a new one, Secret of Arrietty. It was in theaters for a little bit. I didn't get a chance to see it. Unfortunately, I'm hoping to find out when it's at the $3 theater, which I should get on that so I can go see it. I just got lost. Okay, so Miyazaki's fantastic. He's great at animating, and he works for Studio Ghibli. I don't know which one it is. They're great. All of them. Characters, plot, everything. It's fantastic. Okay, number one. This was really easy for me to decide, and if you know me at all, you probably already know what I'm going to say. Fooly Cooly. It's exactly like it sounds. It's completely nonsense. Fooly Cooly is, in English, is the letters FLCL. But in Japanese, it's Fu-ri-ku-ri. So it's the same amount of letters, looks the same kind of thing. And in Japanese, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. The whole show is 6 episodes, 20 minutes apiece, 22 minutes, I think. You can watch the entire show in under 2.5 hours. And it is the best piece of animation, if not everything I've ever seen. The action is amazing. The characters are fantastic. The psychology metaphors is incredible. Just to tell you how good it is, I have watched it over 15 times. 15 times. That's over a dozen times. And every single time I watch it, I gather more from it. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that the cat was an alien. That kind of thing. Which actually I still don't know what the cat is about. The cat in the show is like some character, but anyways, I'm already at 9 minutes, so I need to wrap this up. It's absolutely fantastic. The character himself, the main theme, I don't even want to say that. Girl comes down from space, moves in with this kid and his dad. Kid has new experiences, has no idea what's going on. Girl's an alien. Girl hits him in the head with a guitar. He grows a horn out of his forehead. An alien pops out of the forehead and then lives with him. It's just bonkers, the whole thing. The first time you watch it, you're just sitting there going, what? What happened? I didn't get that at all. And then the second time you watch it, you're like, okay, I kind of know what happened, but I don't know what any of it means. And so you're like, well, I kind of get what that is. I kind of get what that is. But every time I watch it, I understand more about the show. And it's only 6 episodes. That's the thing. It's less than 2.5 hours. And there's so much crammed into it. The levels of like metaphors in that show is insane. It's by far my favorite anime. I really, really want to get the box set of it just so I can watch it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's really, really good. You should absolutely watch it. I'm sure you've watched stupider movies. Um, uh, what am I thinking? I don't know. If I don't know, you don't know. So I guess I'm done because my brain just left. Um, it's about 7 o'clock on Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, so I will hopefully post this tomorrow on Friday or something. These, I guess I would have to say, because there's 3 of them now. This is a half hour. I just spent the last half hour talking to my camera. I feel like kind of a loser. Not gonna lie. But it's after 7 o'clock, so I should probably go get some dinner. Yep. So, alright. I will talk to you guys later. Watch some anime. Have a good time. Ciao.